Good morning, children. It's Mrs. Fussy here, and I'm here this week to help you in maths. Okay, so let's have a look at our board. The date says it's Monday the 8th of February, and what we're going to practice today is we're going to practice adding the same number together lots of times. Now, we've been working really hard at school, and I know you've been working really hard at home, at practicing in patterns of 2s, 5s and 10s. So I thought each day this week we'd have a little practice of one of those patterns as well. So I thought today, as it was Monday, we would start with 2s. So I'm going to move my 100 square just up here so you can all see it really carefully. And when we start counting in 2s, we're going to start with number 2. And we're going to finish right up here, or right down here, should I say, on number 100. Okay, here we go. Ready, join in with me, children. Here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Which comes next? Oh, well done. 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. 52, 54, 56, 58, 60. 62, 64, 66, 68, 70. 72, 74, 76, 78, 80. 82, 84, 86, 88, 90. We're nearly there. 92, 94, 96, 98, 100. Well done. So we counted in a pattern of 2s all the way from 2 to 100, and that's going to be really helpful for us today. So I'm just going to pop my number square over there because we're not going to use that just at the moment. Okay, and instead what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the whiteboard, and just here at the top of the whiteboard you can spot a sum. And I bet you can already read that sum because there's a sign here that we're really familiar with. That means we know it really well. And the sum that you can see is 2 add 2. Sometimes we use the word plus. 2 add 2 or 2 plus 2. So I bet you can already work out the answer. But if you can't, I've got something to help us. So I've collected today 2 pieces of apparatus that could help us. So I've collected some Numicon, and you'll see that I've got my Numicon 2s. So I'm going to pop 2 2s down there. So both times that piece of equipment matches the number. So where there's number 2, I've placed a number 2. And a 2 and another piece of Numicon. So I bet you're ready to work the answer out already. I bet you can tell me that 2 and 2 make 2, 4. Well done. And we're going to write number 4 there, after our equal sign. Right, now, what we're going to do next is we're going to add another 2 to our sum. I'm just moving my board over. So I'm going to write 2, add 2, but I'm stretching this sum even more, add 2. Now, that's probably one of the longest sums that you've seen. So this time I've got 2 and it's written 3 times. So it's like adding another 2 to the 4 that we've already got. So I'm going to use the equipment that I've got with me, and I'm going to use this to help me. Now, I'm very lucky because I've got the Numicon here. If you don't have Numicon, you could use cubes, maybe, like the ones I've got here, or you could use counters, bricks, maybe even pasta shapes, and you could place objects underneath your sum to help you, just like I've done. So here's my next sum. You see it's getting longer. So we've got to find the answer now, to pop the answer here to make the sum balance. Wonder how we're going to do that. Shall we use our knowledge of twos? Let's count in two. Here we go. 2, 4, 6. I counted 2 each time because there's 2 on each piece of Numicon. 2, 4, 6. Aha! I'm going to pop 6 in my answer. Let's hope my pen is going to wake up a little bit, children. There we go. Right then. Let's add another 2. Let's go for it. So I'm going to come over here now. And I'm going to add another 2 to my sum. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm stretching the sum even further, and I'm adding the same number over and over again because my numbers are not different. So I'm repeating number 2 each time. But this time I can see that I need 4 2s. So I might this time use my cubes. I'm going to match. So underneath each 2 I'm going to place 2 yellow cubes. And now I've got to find the answer. What shall I do? Oh yes, I'll use my knowledge of twos to count in a pattern and find the answer. Here we go. Count with me, children. 2, 4, 6, 8. Fantastic, 8. So I'm going to pop my answer on the other side of my equals. Let me just go over that again so you can see it. Fantastic. Now, what we're going to do this now is we're going to choose a different number to do these sums with. Okay, so I'm just going to collect my twos equipment up and my Numicon equipment up. Okay, and I want to show you another sum. Another sum. Here we go. So this time I've selected a sum off a pile that I've got just here on the left. Now at the bottom of our work plan, children, you will see, or Mum and Dad will see, lots of sums, okay, that are really, really stretched and the same numbers being used over and over again. So there's some shorter ones and they get longer and longer the more twos we add. And there are some twos, there are some 5s and there are some 10s. So I'm going to use some of these now. So look, let's take this sum. So this sum, if I read it to you, is just like the ones we worked on, but it's using number 10. So it says 10 plus 10 plus 10, or 10 add 10 add 10. And what I'm going to do, if my pen allows, I'm just going to write that sum out so it's nice and big for you to read it underneath. Okay, so let's have another look again. 10 plus 10 plus 10. So we're going to add those up. So to help me, I've collected some Numicon again. So I've got some pieces of 10 Numicon. So just to help me, I'm going to show a picture of my sum with my equipment. Okay, and now this time, because I'm adding 10 lots of times, I've got to change the pattern I'm counting in from 2s to 10s. And we're experts at that, because we've been practicing that, haven't we, children? So here we go, count with me. We're going to find out the total of these 3 10s when we add them together. Here we go, 10, 20, 30. Let me just check, 10, 20, 30. Let me check 30 on my number squares. If I'm not sure, there's a number square attached on the bottom of the work plan. I'm going to find it on my 10s column. 10, 20, 30. There's number 30. 10, 20, 30, 3 and a 0. I'm going to just keep that handy just in case I need it. And I'll pop number 30 there. 3 10s. Okay. What about if we stretch that even further? Okay, let's add another 10. So I'm going to move these out of the way and clean that. I might try a purple pen just for look, just to see if it's a bit brighter for you. So let's, okay, so I've got 10, 10, 10, add another 10. So I'm adding the same number over and over again. Okay, right, so let me get my equipment to match. So this time, instead of using the Numicon, I'm going to use some towers of 10 that I've made. Let me just check that I've got 10, that's important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. 10, 20, 30, 40. So as I count along my sum, I can count in the pattern that I need. 10, 20, 30, 40. So my finger's moving each time as I change. Okay, so as my finger jumps, counting up in tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. Let me find 40 on my number square. Let me come down the pattern. 10, 20, 30, 40. 4 and 0. There it is. 40. I'm going to pop that on the end after my equals. So my answer is 40. Okay, we're doing really well, children. I'm feeling really proud of you. And there's lots and lots on the bottom of the work plan for you to have a go at. So what about if we try one with 5s? Because we've practiced them with 2s, and we can count in 2s. We've practiced them with 10s. Let's have a go with 5s, because I know that's a pattern that we're learning off by heart in year 1. Okay, so I'm cleaning the board. And, oh, I spotted one actually. Let me see, just here. Okay, that's quite a long one. So what I might do is I might start, that one's not going to work. Sometimes happens in the classroom, doesn't it, children, when I'm writing on the board as well. So let me follow this sum along. 5 plus 5 plus 5. Plus 5, oh, it's a long one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 5s, 1, 2, 3, 4, and another 5. Wow, I'm adding that number lots of times onto my sum. Look at that long sum, children, it's super long. Okay, so I've spotted that the special number is 5. Now, I've got my Numicon ready, so I'm going to pop out my Numicon underneath each of the 5s. And then I've got to think. I've got to change my pattern, haven't I? I'm not working with number 2 over and over again. I'm not working with 10 over and over again. I'm working with number 5. So I'm going to count in 5s. Here we go, children. You're going to help me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25. Let me find that on the number square. So 25 is in the 20 family. So 20, we'll come on to the next row. Here's the 20 family. 25, there we go. So 2 10s and 5 1s, 25. Wow, we're doing super well at this. Let's clap those up. Okay, let's rub it out, and we're going to do one more before you practice some on your own. Okay, so the next one that we're going to do is this one. I'm going to write one down. Okay, let me have a look at that. So I know each number's 5. I want to make a tower to match. So I've got my towers of 5 ready. Okay, perfect. Right, here I go. What pattern do I need? I need 5s. Here I go. When I start counting in 5s, I'll start with number 5, 5, 10, 15. So 5 3 times makes 15. And I'm going to write 15 as my total there. That's the total of 3 lots of 5. So children, your job this morning, or whenever you're watching this video, is you're going to have a go at using the same number over and over again in sums. So you can use, just like I showed you, you can use these sums to help you. If you prefer, you can write the sums yourself, like I did. But if you don't want to, if you just want to use the sums and put your equipment underneath, that is okay too. So let's just do one more together. So this time I'm going to do, I know. Let me see, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay. Right, let me get my equipment ready. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So I've written that out and I've put my equipment underneath, but if I didn't want to, I could work on the sheet or cut it out. As you'll see, Mrs. Footy's actually cut one out just down here that we used. Yeah, so I've actually cut that out to work with it in front of me more easily, because it's possible there's not enough space here, children, so you might have to cut some of them out. Or if you can't print it, or you prefer, like me, to work on a bigger space, you can write out the sum. Or maybe your grown-up can write some out for you, and you can show your understanding of the number by matching the objects underneath and adding up in the pattern. So let's have a little look at this. Let's see how many groups of 2 we've got here. So how many times have I got 2? 2, 3, 4. Four lots of 2. Here we go. Let's count in twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. There we are. Okay, so that is your job this morning. So try your best, think about your patterns of counting, have your number square ready if you need some help to write a number or recognise a number, or even help with your counting patterns. Okay, so well done children for super listening, and I'll see you tomorrow, and we're going to do a little bit more tomorrow of the same but in a different way. Okay, so tomorrow join Mrs. Fussy for some cookie maths. But enjoy working with the apparatus and adding the same number over and over again and together lots of times. Okay, bye children.